WWE is fake wrestling and these are all actors, so moves do go wrong at sometimes. Number 15, we have the move Wings of Love. Performed by WWE's Michelle McCool, it was impressive to see someone her size handle this move with as much discipline and poise as she did. She had the strength and balance to lift her opponent in the air, hold her there for a few moments, and then slam her down face first.
And look at Michelle McCool, hoping to close in on the victory. Michelle calls that the Wings of Love.
Number 14, Orton's Punt. Banning Orton's punt was somewhat surprising because we felt that he had more control over his kick impact than a lot of other wrestling moves, which target the head and neck. Nevertheless, the WWE banned Orton's punt because of concussion awareness. Do you guys think this move should have been banned? Let us know in the comment section. Number 13, Avalanche Bloody Sunday. This is a move that will drive your opponent's soul straight to hell, literally. A variation of the once devastating but now harmless DDT, Avalanche Bloody Sunday is a free-falling maneuver that we'll never see in a WWE ring. The opponent climbs the rope with his victim, holds their victim's head in a DDT position, and jumps off the top rope. Number 12, Chair Shots to the Head. Chair shots used to be a move that everybody saw on a weekly basis. We can't necessarily call them a wrestling move, but their banning signified a permanent shift away from its TV 14 rated to PG rating. In fact, a chair shot is punishable by fine, although that didn't stop Triple H and Undertaker from using chairs during their WrestleMania 27 match. Number 11, Double Underhook Powerbomb, or the Tiger Driver. While stars like Chris Jericho and even Cesaro have recently performed this maneuver, all variations of the move have now been outlawed by the WWE. An opponent wraps his victim's arms up, they then flip the victim around into a frontward powerbomb and throw them down on their back, or in more vicious cases, their neck. Number 10, the Canadian Destroyer. The Canadian Destroyer will be one of the most impressive moves you'll ever see. Created by Canadian wrestler P.D. Williams, it involves one too many backflips and pile drivers to be used within the WWE. To perform the move, Williams would place his victim in a powerbomb position. He would then flip over his opponent's back and powerbomb them backwards.
The clothesline, doubling over with the boot to the midsection. Oh my goodness, there it is! Did you see that? The Canadian Destroyer!
Number 9, the 450 Splash. Justin Gabriel's botched 450 splash is one way to get the move banned from WWE. We go back and watch the clip and Gabriel actually perfectly executes the flip. The problem was, the less experienced wrestler landed on Randy Orton, who was trying to roll out of the way. Clearly dazed, Orton got up and finished the match later with an RKO. However, the damage had been done.
Earlier, but I guess Gabriel 450 splash! And he got the back of Orton. Orton was rolling out of the way.
Number 8, the original pile driver. The notorious move that broke Steve Austin's neck, though it was just a slight variation of this, ushered in a new set of regulations to help protect wrestlers' heads and necks. The original pile driver is when an opponent puts his victim's head in between his legs, lifts him up by the belt buckle, and slams him headfirst into the mat. Because of the lack of control, both wrestlers have to prevent serious injury.
Oh no! Pile driver!
Number 7 is the Kawada Driver, or the Gonzo Bomb. The move is disturbingly dangerous for one reason and one reason only. It was a total accident. Its originator, Toshiaki Kawada, attempted to powerbomb his opponent, but failed. What happened next was sickening. Kawada, unaware of the counter, slammed Misawa on the back of the neck. Number 6 is the double underhook back-to-back pile driver. Known informally as the Vertebreaker, this move was way above the head of the WWE Hurricane, both literally and figuratively, when he performed it during a live broadcast. For a company who usually leaves such moves to stronger wrestlers who can pick up and stabilize their opponent, it's shocking a mid-carder like the Hurricane would be given such a responsibility. Number 5, the Shooting Star Press. It's easy for you to understand why the WWE banned this move after seeing Brock Lesnar botch it during a match with Kurt Angle. The former UFC fighter surprisingly climbed to the top rope, awkwardly studied himself a couple times, leaped high into the air, and then tried to flip on the Angle. Instead of hitting his opponent, however, Lesnar completely missed and landed dangerously on his head.
What the hell is this? What the hell's Lesnar doing, Cole? Oh my God! Lesnar went for the shooting star press!
Number 4 is the apron brainbuster. Add in a turnbuckle and some ropes and you have yourself an apron brainbuster. Interestingly enough, the wrestler who often performed the move in Japan was Sami Zayn, who is now the reciting NXT champion. It's hard to believe WWE would allow Zayn to bring the move to Raw or SmackDown because the brainbuster is banned, but we've seen the WWE bend rules for experienced performers before.
King trying to block it though. Oh my God! Brainbuster on the apron like America!
Number 3, the Dragon Screw Neck Whip. The Dragon Screw Neck Whip was perfected, if that's possible, by legendary wrestler Keiji Muto. It's a sudden, vicious move that has the opponent eventually landing directly on top of their head. The chance for whiplash or permanent vertebrae damage is extremely high. In short, the victim sets their feet on the top rope and then falls violently into the ring, whipping their victim's head in a downward motion. Number 2, the Kaneko Buster. I'm not sure if I'd rather face a chair shot to the head or the Kaneko Buster. The Kaneko Buster forces the opponent to land directly on their neck rather than their upper back. An opponent lifts their victim as if they're performing the perfect plex, holds them high in the air and then drops to his backside, driving their victim's neck straight into the former's shoulders. And at number 1 we have the original pedigree. The original pedigree was a funeral waiting to happen. Triple H's victims were helpless as they landed awkwardly on the top of their head. Worse, he held his victims' hands behind their back throughout the duration of the move, which forced them to take full impact of his finisher to their head rather than their hands, chest, or face like today, and were confident the company wouldn't allow its variation to make a comeback anytime soon.